Hey guys, welcome back. And I'm here with my buddy Ben. You can see him right there in the background. That's probably not his name. I just call him Ben. He's kind of a Ben vibe going to him. So Ben is gonna help me with making a new build, and he's not actually gonna help me make a new build. He just stands there drinking coffee. Like I don't even know where the coffee machine is. He's never told me. He just talks about his inventory all day. So yeah, I found a few good pieces actually of Foundry Bulwark, and I want to give it another chance to see if I can get a decent Foundry build together. Keep in mind, this is not going to be with the raid pieces, so I've not been able to find those pieces in the raid yet. Well, I have, but I'm still missing the chess pieces for the Foundry Bulwark and the Future Initiative, so I haven't been able to complete those projects just yet. So I don't have the raid pieces, the chess pieces, or the backpacks. But I do have a couple of decently rolled Foundry pieces that I have in my inventory. So approaching the build making, this is maybe like similar to the last build making video that I made, but this one might be a little bit different. So first off, because I'm not centering it around one single piece, the last time I was centering it around the Eagle Bear, I'm going to center it around, let's see, uh, 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 this is the only, if you want to call it that, an armor build that I have. So I'm going to select the armor build because this is probably the same thought process in mind of what I would like to put together anyway. So there might be some overlap in terms of some of those pieces. So I put that build on only because it's going to be like a very good foundation, a good starting point. So if you were to make, if you're like, oh, I'm going to make a weapon build, throw on your DPS build and build from there because you may already have good pieces on that build. You don't have to go and reinvent the wheel and find a whole brand new piece if you already have it. And it's better to not bring in a bunch of duplicate pieces anyway because your inventory, granted they increased it, it's still so finite. So yeah, so this is my armor build for now, and let's go and take a look at the foundry pieces that I have. So for one, this is a very good mask. Like I know a lot of people don't use health, but it's god rolled on the health, max rolled on the health. So this is a viable option. So I'm just gonna select it and turn it on already. Okay, so I like that the armor is already rolled there. This gives me an option. When I see a piece like this, though, keep in mind why I like it so much is if I have the attribute, not the core, but the regular attribute, which is health in this case, if it's max rolled on something useful, um, I'm glad because I can swap out the core attribute because the core attribute does something completely different. So I could get the benefits and bonuses from two piece, three piece, four piece, for example, of total armor, armor regen, and so forth, um, while turning this into a completely different core attribute. So I could get those armor attributes while making this potentially a weapon based build. So I could make this core attribute become weapon damage or even skill tiered. So I could get a little bit more of a hybrid situation going on, and that's how I've been finding a lot of fun with a lot of the builds that I've been putting together. Is kind of not working on just changing the bottom attribute, but looking for things that have a good regular attribute and modifying the core attributes. And keep in mind, because the health is max rolled anyway, why would I necessarily want to change it? Um, it's I mean that's the piece I want to keep. So if I change the armor to a weapon damage, and you know what, I don't really want to use this as weapon damage anymore. I can always roll this back to armor again later anyway, which I would max out as armor. So keep that in mind that if you guys are looking for pieces and you come across these like max rolled attributes, uh, I see them completely differently. Here's an example right here. So I got a nearly max crit damage on an Eclipse protocol. I use this for my Pride protocol build, and I get the benefits of spreading my statuses through the indirect transmission, the four-piece Eclipse protocol. But I have weapon damage, so I'm running a weapon-based build, a weapon damage based build, but it has skill potential attributes that are helping me out. So I get to spread statuses with weapon damage instead of just skills. So that's how I'm using it there. So that's basically what I'm encouraging you to look for. So I have a couple of Bulwark Foundry here. So perfect. So I have two pieces. I might keep this one for a different purpose because the max roll is on armor. This one is very nice because it has the armor regen and the core attribute is low anyway, so I'd want to re-roll that anyway. So I'm going to put those two on, and I'm going to come here and take a look at what I got for the gloves. Oh my gosh, very lucky again. Near max rolled armor regen, and I can roll the armor on something else. And let's look at the knee pads. Knee pads, unfortunately, not that great. So I want to be able to find better knee pads later, but this is the only other piece that I can create to make a four piece. So I'm going to turn that on anyway. So not bad. 3 out of 4, not bad at all. I can keep the armor potentially in this case, and I could go ahead and roll the attribute as something else, maybe as crit damage or something. Who knows what it might be? I don't even know if I'm going to turn this into a weapon-based build, a skill-based build. All I do know is that I do want to change my core attributes out instead of the regular attributes. This is the only piece of the bulwark that I have that I'm going to change out the attribute instead of the core because the core is a little bit stronger. Okay, so let's see. Makeshift repairs. So whenever you or your shield take damage, so I probably won't be using a shield, so let's just say whenever I take damage, 20% of that amount is repaired to both. So 20% of that amount will be repaired back to me. So I guess that just means I take 20% less damage. Unfortunately, I don't have the chest or the backpack, so it's not going to help me very much. Because I don't recall what the benefits are because the backpack and the chest have different talents that will increase this. I think it'll probably be um, over 15 seconds, so it'll probably be like less time with the backpack and the chest, and it'll probably be a higher percentage with the backpack or the chest. So for now, I don't have that, so I'm just gonna keep it where it's at. Yeah. So let's try it out with the four piece because I don't feel like the makeshift repairs is gonna be super beneficial to me unless I run a shield or if I had, unless I had the backpack or the chest. So in this case, I might try it out first, test it out first, like I usually test on my builds anyway. And if this is not working because this is the weak link in the four piece, I might keep it at just a three piece. I'll get 10% total armor, I'll get 1% armor regen, and I'll get shield health. So that might encourage me to use a shield actually. So we'll see. For now, let's try to do this without a shield because I know a lot of people were probably running Foundry Bulwark with the shield regardless. So I want to try and do this without that shield. So armor regen and total armor. So what is that a big enough benefit? I don't know. What we're gonna find out. Is that enough for me? And it's 10%. So is it enough for me to roll red when I don't need to be rolling red? So keep in mind where this might be good to roll something. Another good armor based brand is gonna be this. So the Bellstone. Bellstone is actually very good in terms of the armor based brands. It already comes on the first you can see it on the brand set. A bonus is 1% armor regen just from having a single piece. I'll get armor on kill and incoming repairs if I can get a three piece. So that might be the way to go. I might actually sacrifice this one out, and I might go ahead and switch it over to a Bellstone instead. And this is actually a perfect Bellstone for me to use. So, you know what? I'm gonna go with my instincts here. I'm not gonna try this four piece. Um, I'm gonna try this first. I can always come back to the bulwark later. So I'm gonna try this first. I'm gonna try a three-piece um, bellstone, and I'm gonna try a three-piece bulwark. So let's see if this chest is good enough. I don't want to run intimidate on this one. Let's go see what might be good. Intimidate might be good because it'll give me some automatic damage, which is really nice. And keep in mind, this build, this is not, I'm not looking to make a support build. I'm looking to make a pretty tanky build for solo that I can run with pretty decent amount of damage. So I'm going to go to check on my talents. Let's go to chest pieces first, okay? So chest piece talents. What's going to help me get more damage while potentially maintaining armor is what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is something that will damage with the skill. Dealing weapon damage consumes that. Okay, so these are skill based. Explosive delivery will not help me. Total weapon damage and skill damage. After staying cover for 10 seconds. As long as you can remain in cover. Okay, so that's okay. It gives me for staying in cover, but I'm trying to be a tank. I'm trying to get out there, so maybe not. Unbreakable would be very good because this is very nice in terms of having that extra backup. And if my armor is already pretty high, this is basically like duplicating my armor. So 95% of my armor. So Unbreakable is a very viable option for me right now. Looking at Gunslinger, Protected Reload. No, these are not going to be. Well, Gunslinger will get me weapon damage. Um, I still at this point think Unbreakable is going to be better. All I would have to do is swap weapons, which is nice. I'll have the opportunity to swap weapons because I'll have a little bit more armor than I normally run on my builds. So it's possible to have Gunslinger and weapon damage by 20% for 5 seconds. That's not bad at all. Having 20% weapon damage. Let's see, brace. Keep in mind that it's percentage, so you need to roll some red to see differences. So if you run like a six-piece blue, you run gunslinger, and you're probably not going to see much difference in your weapon damage because it's a percentage. 20% of like very very low weapon damage is not very much. You need to have some core attributes rolled red in order for this to actually get into effect. So while in cover, weapon handling. So weapon handling is not going to help me. Obliterate is also a very good one in general because all it needs is hits will increase weapon damage for 1% for 5 seconds. And I can get up to 25%, especially if I'm running like an SMG. So Obliterate or Unbreakable. These are very, very good for this build that I'm looking at. Obliterate's good in general, honestly. It doesn't take very much to proc, and all you need to do is make sure you get hits within 5 seconds. Reassign, I don't really want special ammo. Tamper proof is not going to help. Below 30% armor, headshots from cover. Okay, so that one, headshots, I'm not great with headshots. I'm going to say no, even though that does sound pretty good. Amplifies weapon and skill damage. To pulse enemies, I'm not going to use the pulse. Okay, nope. Intimidate, I already have one, so this is reliant upon bonus armor. So I'm going to say no. Vanguard. Vanguard is more defensive, so it's too bad that Vanguard couldn't be a backpack talent because I could roll Vanguard and then have Intimidate, so just keep getting bonus armor. But that'd be too OP probably. Glass Cannon, definitely don't want to use this right now. The point is to be a little bit more tanky and have a little more damage be absorbed while outputting some weapon damage. And right now, this is just gonna make me super super vulnerable. Focus increases total weapon damage. I mean, this would be nice up to because it gives me a lot of extra damage. But it would be for like a tanky sniper. That's not what I'm looking at for now. So maybe something to revisit another time. Damaging enemies with the skill increases total weapon damage. So this would have to be reliant upon using skills. I don't really want to use that. Mad Bomber's not going to help. Efficient Headhunter. So right now I'm looking at Obliterate or Unbreakable is what I'm looking at. Okay, so let's go back to backpack talents now. So Obliterate or Unbreakable, those are what I'm looking at. Okay, so combine. This is status effects. This is skill based. Allies with other deployed skills gain reload speed. Nope, don't need that right now. Reduces their cooldowns. Okay, so leadership, cover to cover. Nope, I'm not going to use cover to cover. Vigilance, taking damage. So yeah, I'm planning on taking damage. So vigilance is not going to help me in this one. Um, Enemies you hit with shotguns and marksman rifles amplifies damage they take by 10% from all sources for 5 seconds. So basically, this makes people vulnerable. Um, 10% though, that's not a lot. Maybe. I've never used opportunistic, and because I'm a tank build, maybe a shotgun wouldn't be too bad. So opportunistic on the backpack might be something worth exploring. Status effects, below armor repair. Kills allow you to repair up to 10% armor. So if you are below 15% armor, critical hits repair 2.5 missing armor. So just critical hits, not kills. Kills allow you to repair up to 100% armor for 4 to 10 seconds based on your number of attributes. Clutch. Maybe. Maybe. Because if I get. I'm looking possibly at like a 3-piece red, a 3-piece blue. So if I get kills and my armor drops low enough, it's supposed to be giving me back more armor. So maybe clutch. Maybe clutch. So between clutch and opportunistic, two new talents that I've never explored before, clutch might work perfectly with this particular build. Nope, nope. These are all going to be wallet full armor increases total steel repair. I don't need that. Bloodsucker gives me bonus armor. I don't need that. Um, Protector when your shield is damaged, you gain bonus armor, and all other allies gain 15% of your armor. It's not okay, maybe not too bad. But I'm looking for a solo build. That's a team build. Unstoppable Force. Killing an enemy increases total weapon damage by 5% for 15 seconds. So I can get up to 25% weapon damage, but I gotta constantly get kills. In 15 seconds is not a lot. So it's possible. I gotta see how strong this build is first, and I could probably roll that on top. Composure while in cover. No, I don't want to stay in cover. I'm gonna be out in the open. Adrenaline rush gives me bonus armor. Okay, so I think based on looking at everything, Clutch is something I do want to try out. Opportunistic, I may try it as well. Let's try clutch first. Okay, so I'm looking at maybe a clutch, clutch obliterate. Maybe a clutch obliterate. Okay, let's see what's in the stash. Something that I can roll. Anything armor would be not too bad actually. So this is okay because it's got health on it. But I'm looking, and ideally I want Bellstone. So this is not bad. Okay, so I have a couple of decent ones. Too bad it's got explosive resistance on it though. Amplifies total weapon damage by pulse enemies because I want to reroll that talent. I don't want to keep spotter on there. I could reroll a different talent, and then I just got to deal with explosive resistance. Okay, and I have a skill-based one. So I could roll obliterate on this, keep this as an armor piece because I'm going to probably roll my bulwark as weapon. So this is not too bad. It's something that I could definitely try out. And because it's, because I'm testing it out anyway, it's a good piece to test out because if it doesn't work out, I probably won't use it otherwise with explosive resistance on it. So I'd only be using up one roll. So let's take this one out. Let's use that one. So I could roll obliterate on that, and then I'm looking for a third piece bellstone if I have it. I don't have another bellstone backpack because I do want that incoming repairs. Let's see, because I was gonna roll clutch on it, yeah. I don't need status effects, unfortunately, but I kept it because it has a galvanize. Let's just see what else we got that I can substitute for it, because I want to just test out the talent, really. So this is going to give me total armor. Healer Guard's not bad at all. Those rolls are okay. And I could turn off that. I could try Clutch at least with this. Okay, yeah, I could try Clutch just to see the talent work. Then if it does work, my next step would be to go ahead and... next step is to go farm for a Bellstone backpack. So let's see if I do not True Patriot. That's not gonna help. Yeah, so that's the only viable piece. I'm gonna go and grab that piece. So I'm gonna use this. Okay. So that's what I have now. I'm gonna go put those on. Let's put this on. I'm not using that one. I'm using this one, and I'm gonna go and use the. So I have this Bellstone. Nope, I don't want that Bellstone. I want the Healer. Anything else I had? No, I don't have anything else. So I'm gonna go with the Healer Guard. Okay. So I have those pieces. I have all the pieces I need now. So I have my 3-piece Bellstone and I have my 3-piece Foundry. Okay, so I'm gonna go and re-roll it. Oh, so mask, Foundry. So we get some weapon damage on that bad boy. Gloves.
Agent in need of backup.
Not backpacks. Not knee pads. Holster. Okay, so then I'm gonna roll talents. I said obliterate on this one. Because I want more damage first. If I have enough damage and it seems like it's pretty strong, I might go ahead and run Unbreakable instead. So this one I'm gonna run. What did I say? Uh, I said not concussion, not creeping death. Where is it? Clutch, clutch, clutch. So clutch. So as I lose armor, if I get below 15%, critical hits will repair missing armor. And if I get kills, it'll give me more armor as well too. So that's the whole point of this build. Because I want to get kills, and if I can get kills and hits, then I'm gonna get benefits out of that. So critical hits will help me. So I don't think the damage has to work. I think putting up my chance will actually help me out here. So we're looking at right now 20, 21 chance and 55 damage. That's not a lot, but that's okay. We're gonna roll some. I do want some chance first, so let's go some chance on top of this here. Oh, and by the way, I found this out. I love this a lot. I don't know if this is new or what. I've just not been paying attention. But you can actually go ahead and filter these out. Okay, so I got my chance on that one. Let's throw some damage on this one. So hold triangle, I'm gonna click on damage, and then I can only have my damage here, so I don't have to keep scrolling through everything, which is really nice. So Okay, I want to put chance again. Okay, so now my stats are 30 chance, 60 damage. That's not a lot, but that's okay. Let's see. I'm trying not to use a shield, right? So let's get to go to my typical reviver, just in case. And then in terms of what I'm going to use for my skills, I don't know yet. What would I use? If I'm trying to get in there, I'm trying to get, uh, maybe it's going to be something, maybe I do want just some heals. Let's get some heals on then. Ooh, maybe I'll try the defender drone. I don't have any skill tiers, so it's not going to be very strong. Yeah, skill tier 1, but that's okay. Um, Weapons. So the rail splitter is perfect. I'm going to keep that on. That's very, very nice for something that shoots really quickly. And do I want a potential... Ooh, no, I can't use an AR because I already have the rail splitter. Let's consider the... Mm, 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 mm. I don't know. I think the Scorpio is too OP for now. Let's go with the Dark Winter because the more hits I get, right? So I'm going to go with my 2 fast shooting guns. Okay, and I don't need a skill tier here. Um, I'm not sure what my specialization is going to be. Let's go take a look at specializations really quickly. I'm trying to get this done a little bit quicker. So let's see. Something that's going to work towards my armor and my... So not burn, cluster grenades. Let's see what it has here. So striker shield. Killing enemies within 10 minutes adds 1 to your group's ammo bar. Let's see. Allies deal... On armor break, apply burn to enemies. That's kind of cool. 30% during cover-to-cover moves. Yeah, so since we're kind of armor centric, let's go ahead and just try the firewall for now. I'm anticipating my armor breaking. Right, so if my armor breaks, then let's try to set some guys on fire and see what happens there. Okay, and I like this 93R, the triple round burst gun. Okay, so that's what we're looking at for now. This is draft 1 of the build, and you know what? I'm actually going to test this out in another video and see if we can make some modifications. So 3-piece red. I don't have a lot of crits. The crits are really suffering actually. Um, but that's okay. The point is to see if we can get some relatively decent weapon damage with having a little bit of armor, and especially with the foundry. I've got total armor 10%. I've got total armor 5%. I've got armor rolled everywhere. I have armor regen almost maxed. Armor regen almost maxed out. I have health here. I have the armor regen 1% with this one as well. Armor on kill. So I'm hoping this can work out. So I will catch you guys in the next video where I will actually go and test this out and see where the damage lies, where the armor lies, and what kind of adjustments we can potentially make here. All right, thank you guys for watching. Shoots.